Hello, welcome to day 2 of 3 days to your most profitable year ever. It is a lovely day here today in Sydney. It's a little bit cooler than it has been, which is always nice because it is set to be about 45 degrees here. That is well in the hundreds if you're in America. So I'm enjoying this nice cool weather before we have to get back into the heat and head into the middle of summer. Okay, so you guys maybe are still on holidays, maybe you're back in the thick of it, but regardless of where you're at in your business, you really need to think about where you're going to go for 2018. And we all know that New Year's resolutions are very rarely are they kept. It's all with the best of intentions, but you know that unless you have a plan, it often doesn't actually eventuate. So that is what I'm going to help you with over 3 days. So yesterday we talked about your profit health check. So really sitting down and looking at the money in your business and how to create revenue goals. That's what we focused on. How, figuring out where our money is and where we want it to be. And on top of that, what that difference is going to look like and how you can get there. So if you haven't already, you can download the action plan over at selenaknight.com/3 days. So the number 3 days, all one word, and it will walk you through the steps on how to work out what your money situation looks like, what your profit situation looks like. Plus, there's some strategies in there that will show you how you can actually boost your sales, which is what we all want. I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller so that I can see it if you guys are putting any comments down. Okay, so today that was action plan was for yesterday. Today we're going to talk about how to actually construct this plan for profit. And that's what I like to call it, constructing, because you are putting together these building blocks. You are actually building a system that will make you some money if you stick to it. Okay, so let's talk about how I go about doing it. First of all, I really need to get across the fact that a lot of people have a shop. Not many people have a brand. And you're probably thinking, well, what are you talking about, Sal? Of course I've got a shop, or I've got an online store, or I've got a market store. What do you mean I don't have a brand? I'm not Nike. Well, but that's the thing, right? You do need to have a brand. You do need to have something that your customers buy into that isn't just your shop and your products. Because when you're just a shop, there's nothing going for you. I hate to be rude, but you're just a shop and you are easily lost in the minds of your people. You don't want that. You want a brand. You want something that people are going to buy into. So I always do this little exercise with my clients. It's think about your favorite store. So just take a moment and think about what it's like to go into that store. And even though I'm here in Australia, I have to admit that Anthropologie is usually the store I think of. And I always talk about Anthropologie. You probably think I have shares in the place, but I promise you I don't. I just think that they do their branding so well. They just get it. They know what they're talking about. They know, they know what they need, who they're selling to. They know what they need things to look like. They know how to build a cohesive brand. Now, I'm just going to check that my microphone is working. Yeah, all right, all good. It just looked like it wasn't working there for a moment. So Anthropologie is always who I think about. And whenever I go to America, I always go on, we call them Anthro road trips. And we do as many stores, my daughter and I, because of course my husband's just not interested, we do as many stores as possible. And I just take loads of photos and I just suck the whole experience in. The funny thing is, their clothes don't fit me. I'm just not the right shape. But I'm always buying accessories or homewares or a little diary or something because I want to buy into that culture. So thinking about your favorite store, what do you love about it? How does it make you feel? Like, will you go on a road trip to get there? How does, I often say my heart speeds up a little as I get to the entrance. I'm so excited about what's going to be in there. And I always take something home, even if it's just a little thing, a little diary, a little candle, just a little something, a pair of earrings. And once I get inside, I just like to drink it all in. So is that how people react when they come to your store or to your website even? Do they get that feeling? Do you see them with their faces lighting up and slowing down and touching and feeling? And ask them, what makes them come to your store? Because when you have that, you have a brand. And when you can make that brand cohesive, that is when you start to build. So thinking about your favorite store, just jot down some things about what you love about it. Do you love their Instagram page? Do you love the shop fit out? Do you love their website? Do you just love the clothes? Do you love their values? Do you love everything that they stand for? Write those things down because those are important and those are the things that are going to help you construct for profit. Okay, so brands work really hard to get you to have those feelings. And look, here in Australia, I'm just thinking about cars. It just came to my mind. Here in Australia, there is always been a camp of people who love Holdens and people who love Fords. I'm not a car person, so I don't get it. But, they walk around with the T-shirts, they go to car races, all those kinds of things, because they want to buy into that culture. They want to be associated with that brand. And brands work really hard to make you feel something and a loyalty to them, so that when people see you with that shirt on or when they see you carrying that bag, they know, other people know that you buy into that. And this is why people have branded bags. This is why you can buy a Harrods shopping bag for £10, which is just a tote bag, because people want to be seen as shopping at Harrods because it's affluent and it's luxury. So just be aware that when you know what your customers love about coming to your store, then that is the beginning of your brand. And this is what we're going to build on in order to give you that constructing for profit. So they work very hard and they really want you to buy into their culture, buy into that perception of what comes along with being associated with their brand. And I always, as I said, I always use Anthropologie. Surf brands are another one. People buy surf brands and will pay $60 for a T-shirt because they want to buy into that culture of, hey, I'm laid back, I love the outdoors, I love the beach. They want to buy into that culture. I mean, it's a T-shirt, $60, whatever. That's a lot of money for a plain T-shirt with a bit of branding over it. That's why branding sells. Nike, Adidas, they all do the same thing. So Anthropologie is all about boho and whimsy. Like they want you to feel like every weekend should be, carefree and a party, and your life should just be effortless. They do that so well. And this is just a shot from their Instagram page. And you can see that everything that they've put together here is beautiful, and it reflects that brand and those feelings that they're trying to get you to associate with. Even their store windows, the front page of their website, everything is tied back to this feeling that they want their customers to aspire to be or to have. Ha-ha! And guess what happens when they bring that all together? None of it is ad hoc. This is all completely planned out months, sometimes years in advance. The merchandisers at Anthropologie, the visual merchandisers, get set a brief and a budget, and the budget is really, really low for what they manage to plan out, which is why they often have recycled items and they use lots of paper, they have interns, but all of this is planned out months in advance because they know what their shop windows are going to look like. They know what they're going to be promoting. They know what's going to be on the website. They know what's going to be on the Instagram feed. But you know what? You can do this too. It takes no money to plan this stuff out. But you know what happens when you do have it right, when you do have that cohesive theme and that branding all on point, is you can charge a premium. Yeah, $148 for a dress, $200 for a jacket. And it's not necessarily about the money, but it's the fact that people buy into it. That is what you're looking for. So it is time to stop being a shopkeeper and start being a business owner. So how do you actually plan it? Well, when you map out where your business is heading in the next year, it means that you're going to have an organized calendar that will help you grow your business. It's going to help you with that customer loyalty, and it's most certainly going to help you with customer engagement. And hey, we all want that, don't we? So if you haven't already, go and grab that download, that selinaknight.com/3 days. I'll go and pop that in the chat right now. Do you know what? I'm always spelling my name wrong. It's because I type so quick. /3 days. Go and grab that and you'll get day 1 straight away. And if you've already got one, day 1, day 2, oh, that's doesn't seem to be working. I've obviously got that wrong. You'll get day 2 that will come through 24 hours later. So this does not have to be exciting. This is what mine has looked like in the past. Literally some butcher's paper, some calendars drawn on the wall, a bunch of sticky notes, and each one of those sticky notes represented something different. But you plan out the holidays, any events, any promotional activities that you're going to be doing. And this is going to tie back to day 1, where you talked about how you mapped out how you're going to increase your sales. So now that you've got those concepts together, it's time to break out a calendar and start constructing how this is all going to work, because pretty soon you will see that there is a lot of work involved in making sure that all of this cohesiveness works. And so you may have to scale it back. You may have to, change out your promotions once a fortnight instead of 2 or 3 times a week or once a week, because doing that takes a lot of time and effort. So in the download, I'm going to show you how you can map this out, but also how you can put together a plan to make sure that it works. So all you have to do for today is grab the 3 days to your most profitable year action plan, grab some Sharpies, some Post-it notes, a bit of paper, a diary, whatever your favorite mode is. And with the plan and your day 1 outcomes and goals, you can start to map out how your year is going to make you more money, which is exactly what we want. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to show you how to actually set up your business for success. So if you want to learn more about that, meet here at the same time, 9:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Time. And in the next 15 minutes or so, we will go through how to actually set your business up for success. If you've got any questions, pop them into the chat and we'll talk about how you can have a profitable 2018. So with that, have a fantastic day and I'll catch you tomorrow.